Alright, so we are working, we are live. Give me 1 second and we will get started. Alright, I was having some technical issues earlier. Please bear with me, I'm still having a few, but not nearly as bad as they were. There we go. Alright, so let us go to... There we go. Haha. Welcome everybody. Sorry about that if you guys have hopped into the stream a few times. Oh, I've had some major issues tonight. I don't know what had happened, but my microphone was not working. Okay, so this is night 3. This technically should be night 4. Had some bad news last weekend, guys. I'm sorry about that. I was not here. Had a lot to deal with. But we are going to take off tonight. Let me make sure that we have audio on the thing, the game. Like I said, we've been having some technical difficulties tonight. I don't know what's going on.
Meet me in Lower Hogsfield as soon as possible. I would like to talk to you about Rookwood and Harlow, and it might be best to do so outside of the castle.
Yep, we got audio. All right, so let's get this done. Should be a fun adventure. I'm gonna slightly turn down my mic and slightly turn down audio that you guys hear. I'm gonna turn up my audio on my headset. Alright.
Professor Fig and Weasley have asked that I teach you an additional defensive spell. Please complete the assignments I have given you, and then...
Yep, wants us to go here. To... Oh, it's gonna make me go to the world map. This is the world map. Yep. Yep. Need to exit the guide. Okay, we know how to use the world map now.
See me in my classroom.
Ooh, let's go see her first. Haha. Wait.
Revelio.
Anything in here? Nope, nothing in here that looks interesting. Ooh. Oh, it's one of those.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
We have a chest over here. Oh wait. Oh, we gotta learn learn a spell first. Some adjustments in game. I'm going to lower the settings in game a little bit. Make it less demanding. This will go with low. Shouldn't make much of a difference.
Revelio.
Okay, I heard something. I heard it. It's over here. Nope. Ah, there it is. Totally fine. Collect. Auguray skeleton, the skeleton of an Irish phoenix of Auguray. I'm guessing this phoenix in it bursts into ash to come back to life. Alright, so we gotta figure out where we're going. Let's pull up some quests. We're going to do Professor Heatcat's assignment successfully over... Oh, no. Go to herbology class.
Never forget what that Hufflepuff girl said in 1421. What lovely stone. Oh, that's class, that is.
I guess because I turned down the fidelity, that the bounty is the light.
I wonder if you might be able to help me with a small,
You wanted to speak with me?
I did. Hello, I'm Duncan Hobhouse. Pleasure to meet you. I've heard all about you, of course, confronting trolls and dragons.
That's nice to hear. I have had my share of adventure. I hope my reputation's warranted.
I'm going to presume your reputation is in fact warranted, in which case, you are precisely the person I need. You see, we were learning to repel boggarts in Professor Hecat's class,
What?
and, well, mine unfortunately took the shape of a puffskein.
Surely you're joking. You can't possibly be afraid of a puff scheme.
It may seem irrational to you, but my experience with them has been most upsetting. They eat bogies, you know. Regardless of how reasonable I believe my fear of puffskeins to be, I'm beginning to get a reputation as a coward. Some have even taken to calling me Puffskeen Dunkeen.
That's clever.
I'm sorry, but you have to admit that's rather clever.
I do not have to admit that. Everett said the same thing. Anyway, to make matters worse, I stupidly blurted out that I must be braver than people think, since I have been in the hidden herbology corridor.
The hidden herbology corridor?
Yes. Rumour has it that the herbology professor before Professor Garlic kept dangerous plants there. It's supposedly so overrun now that no one dares enter it anymore. I was hoping you could go there and bring back evidence that I could use to show that, well, I'd gone in. Say a bit of an exceptionally dangerous plant of some kind.
I want this because I can't go get it, so will you please, brave hero, go get it for me?
Very well. If I'm in the
But
area,
yes,
perhaps I shall take a look.
Grand. I'd very much appreciate it. Come and find me if you get the proof. I shall be forever in your debt.
You hear another look-alike.
Hidden herbology corridor. Sounds intriguing. I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Do we have the ability to fly yet? I'm assuming not.
Protego!
This is not giving me the menu to put up. And that's fine. I think that's under here. No, we have not unlocked it. Well, that's our goal for tonight, boys and girls. We're going to unlock the ability to fly. Open the door. Ooh.
Revelio.
Let's go up there. And then let's check it out. It's pretty cool.
Revelio. Incendio. Revelio.
Wait, there's something else nearby. I think it's down here.
brothers and I prefer hogwarts. My aunt introduced us to those years ago.
Floor with my cousins. Not the same here in the courtyard.
Locked. Oh, so it's taking me there. Haha. A moving dragon.
Incendio. Revelio.
Can I see that? I thought I saw something over one of these kids. Oh.
Accio.
Oh, yay. We unlocked something, boys and girls. Collections. No, not collections. Oh, that's not showing. Wait, maybe this is it? Yeah, this is it. We unlocked a goofy looking hat.
Revelio. These dry vines are one spark away from becoming kindling. Incendio.
I don't think that's too hidden or secret or whatever they called this place, because there are a couple vines covering it. Come on, Hogwarts can do better. What happened to the illusions?
This must be the entrance to the hidden herbology corridor. Devil's Snare seems to thrive in darkness. Perhaps it doesn't care for light. Incendio. Lumos.
Here's Ron Weasley when
Incendio. Lumos.
Hold on, there is a way to go back this way. This sounds creepy.
Incendio. Lumos. Accio.
Maybe we need something a little bit more powerful than Accio. Ooh, I don't think I have anything a little bit more powerful than Accio.
Levioso. Incendio. Lumos. Seems the Devil's Snare was protecting a chest of some kind. Incendio. Lumos. Incendio. Lumos. Incendio.
Yeah, this feels like a secret herbology corridor, not the ruined ruins of some ominous cult that is taking over Hogwarts.
Lumos. I imagine a piece of that enormous venomous tentacular would be enough for Duncan to prove his bravery. Incendio. Revelio.
I love you, but I don't like giant man.
Incendio.
Let's see. Collect. Haha.
Revelio.
And exit into the greenhouse is convenient. Wait, weren't we going to herbology anyway? Or were we going? I think so. I want some venomous tentacula. We found a chest with a ceramic mask. Alright. So, we go up here. Oh, it's locked. We're locked in. We're locked in, boys and girls. What's this? Not spring grass. But what if I do want it to be spring grass? Is it upstairs? Oh, it just takes me back into this? Oh. Well. Anticlimactic. There we go. Let's begin herbology class.
Pungent onion again.
Good morning, Professor Garlic. How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear.
Oh,
Here, you'll need these for today's class.
earmuffs.
A little treat.
Your guess is what we're gonna be messing with. While this is playing out, I will be right back.
Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden. We do look forward to growing together. How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacula than the bouncing bulb. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root. Accio. Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears. Now, everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug.
Ah, doubly.
Quickly, place your mandrake in the new pot and cut out the soil.
That's right. Peace and quiet.
The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo! I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work,
Just like
everyone.
in regular Harry Potter, everything's slightly more mature and always tries to
Now
kill
for
our main
next
character.
task, we'll be planting dittany at our potting tables. You can all get started. I need to have a brief word with our new student.
The best time to plant a seed is last season. The second best time is now.
I wonder if hippogriffs like knotgrass.
Yes, Professor.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
I'll say. Nearly went deaf.
Well, yes. Of course, the cry of a mature mandragora can be fatal, so remember to keep those ears protected. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful. A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Let's see how to balance my star thistle arrangement. Niffler's fancy or roses?
I do wonder about Professor Fig. He's hardly ever in his classroom. Most strange.
There we go. I planted it. Yay! I'm an A+ student.
Well done. Once it can be harvested, your dittany
And
will be
Ron
ready
and
to
Harry
use
were
in
always
Wiggenweld
complaining about their
potion.
magical
I'll let
classes.
Professor
This stuff's
Sharp tell you
easy.
about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
Hello. Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Leander. I'll be showing you the Chinese chomping cabbages. Up these stairs will take us there, but your lead. Nice work in Defense Against the Dark Arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian! And he's good. Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. It was brilliant.
Oh. Well, thank you.
Here we are. Home of the Chinese chomping cabbage. Go on. Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it, and they'll do the rest. Look at that. Well, chomping,
There we
didn't
go.
get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters. Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba-tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that just have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but... Well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
Gryffindor. Tell me that I should use them in a fight. Didn't think I'd see the day.
Trust me, Leander. I was imagining it the entire time.
You were? I mean, of course, you're, not someone to be trifled with. I see that. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we
so I think
probably
it's
ought to
intimate
head back to
drums.
class. Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
Revelio!
A garden requires patience of mind before spring sunrise.
Alright, let's go talk to the
Helpful
professor.
reminder as to why we should always wear our dragon hide gloves. I shall end
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
Thank you, Professor, but looking after plants isn't all that thrilling to me.
I think you'll come to see that the fruit is well worth the labor. As we herbologists like to say, tend to your plants and they'll tend to you. Huh. Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
Those mandrakes are really relishing their new pots. Only cost me my damned hearing.
To make anything grow, we must first...
Alright, where do we go next?
That goes for plants as well as friendship.
You didn't realize you're watching.
Let's go turn this in.
Incendio!
Imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented...
I'm tired of hearing about it, you stuck-up blue powder thingy.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Have you found anything to, prove my bravery yet?
Hello, Duncan. I have the proof you wanted.
That's one leaf. Must have been a giant venomous tentacula. It's even more than I expected. I knew you were the one to ask. I appreciate you getting it for me.
We'll help him.
Of course. I hope this helps you prove yourself.
This is sure to put an end to Puffskein Dunkin for good when I show everyone in the common room tonight. This'll show Everett how ridiculous that nickname was. Thank you again, and have a good day. I know I will. Thank you for all of your help. No more Puffskein Dunkin for me.
Alright, so we got that taken care of. What else we got in here? Potions class. Yeah, let's go to potions class.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Okay, well, let's look around. Oh, there's a gobstone. That's why I keep saying.
Accio! Well, that's one of Zenobia's gobstones. I hardly see what all the fuss is about.
It's a relief to finally have an answer.
Shouldn't there be auras or someone from the ministry guarding the school after the incident?
Professor Black would never allow that. It would make him look completely incompetent, which he is.
Oh, we're talking about Professor Black.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wigan Weld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wiggenweld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Points for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wiggenweld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it. Please begin. Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients. Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous. I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippin's, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time around.
Okay. You'll learn quite quickly that it is skill.
Professor Sharp said...
My parents considered keeping me...
My Wiggenweld potion's utter rubbish. Wish I could just replace it with one from J. Pippin's. Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
He did say that. He wants me to get more ingredients to brew another potion.
Brilliant! You, my friend, have been presented with an extraordinary opportunity. I'm Gareth, by the way. Gareth Weasley. Bit of a prodigy with potions, if I do say so myself.
Pleasure to meet you. Wait, are you related to Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for comfort. Ugh. But she can't be everywhere. Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather, as you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission. Perhaps you could grab it for me.
Let's find out. What is a Fwooper? Bam. A Fwooper is a weird-looking, Tweety Bird-looking owl thing. Fwooper. I'll get that feather for you.
Feather, as long as you're certain Sharp won't miss it.
I assure you he won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable.
Who cares if he
Wait
does?
until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry back to me when you have the feather.
Remember, precision is key.
That's a big Fwooper feather. Okay, that was probably his lunch money. What's he saying? Borgum and Burke has increased the amount of activity outside the ordinary shopping hours, particularly in the wee hours of the night, with suspicious deliveries made by the shop's back entrance. Given what we know of the shop's reputation, we are adding more Auras to join those that have already been watching the shop. You are... Oh, so he's an Aura. I think I knew that.
Revelio.
Anything else in here, boys? Anybody? I don't see anything.
Your potion should not be that color, Miss McDowell.
That's right, you suck at doing potions, Miss McDowell.
Here's the Fwopper feather you wanted.
Brilliant! Thank you! This is going to take a moment to brew. You should get back to brewing your Endurus potion, and I'll tell you when this concoction's finished.
Revelio.
What is it, more magic? Oh, it is.
Professor, what should I be doing again?
You should have collected the ingredients from my office and begun brewing a potion at your cauldron. Finish your potion, and then return to me.
Well, that's not my cauldron.
Should you chop the Dittany or crush it? The wrong answer could result in the unfortunate loss of your eyebrows.
I want a magical auto mixy thingy. Come in handy when cooking pasta. Or chili. Or other soup-based style dishes. Pick up.
And now we add the mallow sweet, and... That's odd. What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to... Ah!
Uh-oh.
Get it!
What is going on here?
Dragon tongue! What happened?
Well done, Gareth.
What now, Mr. Weasley?
Sorry, Professor.
That'll be points from Gryffindor. Again. Mr. Weasley.
Professor Sharp must have learned a lot during his time as an Auror. I wish he talked about it more.
The art of potion making.
I brewed an Endurus potion as you asked, Professor.
I'm surprised you had the time. You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
I don't care. Ah,
I'm not sure what you're talking about, Professor.
You will not earn favor with me by failing to take responsibility for your actions. I suggest you heed my warning.
No.
As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well. I confess I was skeptical, given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. That'll be all.
Girls' bathroom. I vote we make potions in the girls'
I think each
bathroom.
of us has had enough excitement for one day. Class is dismissed.
Good. I'm going to the girls' bathroom. Use this potions.
My robes are going to reek from Gareth's instantly.
Oh, it's dark. That's not the girls' bathroom, though. Ooh, what we get? I don't know what we got. Oh, $55 or 55 coins. So, really think that the devs could have done a lot better job with the money system in this and actually gave us, you know, the coins from Harry Potter. But that's just me being picky. And on the me being picky note, we are going to go ahead and take a break. 1 second, and we will start our break.
My name is Dominic Kinsler. I'm private first class. My job is 11 Bravo, which is an infantryman. And as an infantryman, my job is to pretty much fight the country's enemies on the battlefield. What inspired me to join the Army was, ever since I was young, I always wanted to be a soldier, serve my country in some capacity. I wanted something with some real purpose in it. That's kind of what drove me to go to a recruiter. My favorite part of my job, and the most fulfilling part of my job, is when I get to go out and actually conduct training and get to apply the skills that I was taught during my basic training, my AIT portion, and get to further grow and develop the skills that make up an infantryman. Just about anyone with the right attitude can be an infantryman. Personally, growing up, I was not the athlete, I was not the jock, I was not the quarterback. Prior to enlisting, I barely ran 2 miles. I think I joined with like an 18-minute 2-mile pace, like nothing great. By the end of basic training, I was running like a 7-minute flat for a mile. As far as what type of person can make it in the infantry, it all comes down to really your own personal character and your moral fortitude of, you know, is this what you really want? Is this what you really want to be a part of? I guess as far as like when training came down to it, there's never really a time where I ever felt like this is impossible. When you get out of basic training and you're still gonna get pushed doing all kinds of things that at the time you didn't think it's, you know, difficult, but when you look back on what you've already been through, it's nothing new, and you kind of just develop that like mental callus to it. If you just put in the effort, you'll get there. Just every day I wake up and I'm doing the job that I always wanted to do. Every day I feel like, even when it's a boring day, I'm working towards my purpose, which was to serve my country. Even on the days when I'm not doing my job, when I'm not on the field training or anything like that, even if, you know, it's taking care of the duties that aren't as glamorous or enjoyable, it's still in the end leading towards the same common goal. I see myself doing a full 20 years in the military. As far as if it's, you know, just as infantry, I'm not really sure. I mean, I'd love to do it the rest of my career as an infantryman. I tell plenty of people that I know that, you know, this one job just isn't it. You know, this isn't the entire military. I'd say it's one of the most important jobs in the military, but every job in the military has its purpose, has its place. And as far as where I'm concerned with it, as long as I'm serving, I'm probably going to be happy. My name is Dominic Kinsler. I'm private first class. My job is 11 Bravo, which is an infantryman. And as an infantryman, my job is to pretty much fight the country's enemies on the battlefield. What inspired me to join the Army was, ever since I was young, I always wanted to be a soldier, serve my country in some capacity. I wanted something with some real purpose in it. That's kind of what drove me to go to a recruiter. My favorite part of my job and the most fulfilling part of my job is when I get to go out and actually conduct training and get to apply the skills that I was taught during my basic training, my AIT portion, and get to further grow and develop the skills that make up an infantryman. Just about anyone with the right attitude can be an infantryman. Personally, growing up, I was not the athlete, I was not the jock, I was not the quarterback. Prior to enlisting, I barely ran 2 miles. I think I joined with like an 18-minute 2-mile pace, like nothing great. By the end of basic training, I was running like a 7-minute flat for a mile. As far as what type of person can make it in the infantry, it all comes down to really your own personal character and your moral fortitude of, you know, is this what you really want? Is this what you really want to be a part of? I guess as far as like when training came down to it, there's never really a time where I ever felt like this is impossible. When you get out of basic training and you're still gonna get pushed doing all kinds of things that at the time you didn't think it's, you know, difficult, but when you look back on what you've already been through, it's nothing new, and you kind of just develop that like mental callus to it. If you just put in the effort, you'll get there. It's just every day I wake up and I'm doing the job that I always wanted to do. Every day I feel like, even when it's a boring day, I'm working towards my purpose, which was to serve my country. Even on the days when I'm not doing my job, when I'm not on the field training or anything like that, even if, you know, it's taking care of the duties that aren't as glamorous or enjoyable, it's still in the end leading towards the same common goal. I see myself doing a full 20 years in the military. As far as if it's, you know, just as infantry, I'm not really sure. I mean, I'd love to do it the rest of my career as an infantryman. I tell
We are back. Let's get this going again. Here we go. Nope, maybe. Hey, there we go. Alright, let's see here. What was it? What do you think? Oh, one of her things. Okay, yeah. Yeah, we'll stick with this one. Oh, bowler hat. We'll go with that. Make me look sophisticated. Like a gangster or something. Yeah. Alright, let's see here. Alright, now we'll go talk to her. So kind of all we got left at the moment.
Duncan owes his reputation to you.
Let's see if we can transport closer. There we go. Put us a little bit closer. Oh, look, we got two things right here.
Revelio.
Flattened armor. And a broken broom. You know, talking about broken brooms, the one thing I found out was that they did not reference in this game at all, at least as far as I've played through, is the Whomping Willow. I would have loved to have had a Whomping Willow area, or some sort of submission involving some sort of Whomping Willow. I know it's a little bit ahead of time for it to be on the Hogwarts ground, but maybe in the Forbidden Forest or one of the outlying communities outside of the Hogwarts grounds, or something you could stumble across would have been nice. pull the wings off of these lace wings. This is... Ooh, found something. I don't think I found that last time. Interesting. I'm gonna need some PT. Oh, I'm gonna itchy. Collect everything. That tells you someplace up there is a ball.
Levioso! Accio!
Alright, let's see what we can do.
Incendio! Oh. This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful. Revelio!
I also feel these mini dungeons could have been a little bit more in depth, maybe a little bit more of a challenge. Running. This is... Oh, to go.
Accio!
I went goat tipping.
Revelio!
Yes, I'm guessing this is Hagrid's future home. This says groundskeeper. Little pumpkin patch outside. I think that's safe to assume that might be Hagrid's future house.
It is good to see you, my friend.
Yeah, it is.
Not sure how I'd fare in a little place like this.
Oh, skip the rocks. So before we talk to her,
I never thought Ramrock's loyalists would go this far.
Over yonder. I'm gonna talk to. Oh, where's she at? Huh.
Revelio.
I'll see her. That's odd.
Incendio.
Well, maybe I have to complete the main mission before I can do her side quest there. Oh no, my pants is gonna be wet.
It is good to see you, my friend.
Hello, Natty. How are you?
I am well, thank you. I was there, and I saw what happened with Rookwood and Harlow at the Three Broomsticks. I have been worried about you.
I'm all right at the moment.
If you don't mind my asking, why were they looking for you?
You know, I'm
They
gonna tell
want
everybody.
something that Professor Fig and I found at Gringotts.
When were you at Gringotts?
Just before we came to Hogwarts. In fact, it's why I was late to the sorting ceremony. A portkey brought us there after the dragon attacked our carriage.
What on earth?
There's one more thing. It's a bit odd, if I'm honest. Professor Fig says I have a rare connection to a powerful form of ancient magic.
What does that mean?
I'm still learning, but I can see traces of it, and I've cast magic I can't otherwise explain. I know that's a lot to absorb.
It is. And I will have more questions. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us, to all of us. Which is why I wanted to speak to you. Everyone has been talking about you defending Hogsmeade from that troll attack. And I shall never forget watching Serona stand up to Rookwood and Harlow in the Three Broomsticks. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like
Deer
Rookwood
stand.
and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matibililand. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair on their own, and you should know that Rookwood is in league with Ranrock.
I had heard they were seen in Hogsmeade together. All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right, but how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Be on your guard.
I beg your pardon. How dare you threaten me?
What's going on here?
There we go, that's what I was waiting on. Oh, she can evaporate and I can't?
They must have come this way. Think!
Let's go.
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil.
COVID's
Mr.
real.
Rookwood
They're
would
wearing
like
their
a word
masks.
with you.
A student! You can't be sick!
Enough out of you.
Oh,
Leave
that's
her
it.
alone.
Stand aside!
Allow me to help you out of your misery.
Stop it! Stop it, you stupid fool!
Stupid action.
Levioso. Accio. Lumos.
It's your life hanging in the
Why am I doing Lumos? What we got, boys? Yeah, not much. So, let's just this.
Incendio. Levioso.
Uh-oh, we got another one coming in.
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
I like her robes, I want them.
Get over here, you! We could hold them off later.
I'm not going anywhere with you. Levioso.
Can I take this?
Lumos.
Cowards! Going after me, child!
Tell Rookwood to find me in cell. Levioso.
You're going to regret.
Go stupid one.
Aha! Release me!
Alright.
Incendio.
Bam.
Little brat!
What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner, and so close to Hogwarts.
Anybody else hear like the dragon sounding thing? I don't remember hearing that last time.
Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why two Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
Who's
You
Priya?
mentioned someone named Priya.
Yes, my wife. She's the one who piqued my interest in Merlin, gave me a book when we were students at Hogwarts. Typical hard-working Hufflepuff, brilliant potioneer, has her own shop in Nocturne Alley. She's a travelling vendor. Hears what's going on in the Highlands before I do.
She's got a shop in Nocturne Alley, but she's a traveling vendor. Ain't no traveling vendors needed a shop.
You're a researcher.
Nora Treadwell at your service, historian and archaeologist specialising in Merlin's work and life.
I thought
I
Merlin was a
thought that
myth.
Merlin and the tales about King Arthur's court were a myth.
Mere myth. You're lucky Sir Cadogan didn't hear you. Chatters on
Who's Sir
endlessly
Cadogan?
about his connection to Merlin from his portrait at Hogwarts.
Oh, I gotta find this guy.
Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
I'm not sure old vine-covered pillars are worth studying.
Well, I think anything concerning Merlin is worth pursuing, and I shall have you know, no one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet?
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the centre. That started me thinking, what if...
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the centre of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honours? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis.
Now we're wizard.
I brought a trunk chock
Physicists.
full of Mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
This trunk.
Give it to me.
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
I have the mallow sweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the mallow sweet on the swell, and we'll see what happens.
My word! Did you see that?
Incendio. What should I make? The flames make the pyre sink.
This is uncharted territory. I am curious about these pyres.
Yes, how beautiful!
I am Merlin.
What a day. I can hardly believe it.
It wasn't that hard to figure out, lady. The fact that it took you so long to figure it out just tells me you got a subpar GPA at Hogwarts.
I take it we can call that a success?
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research. My guess is that each will also require mallow sweet, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you. And do be careful out here. Now, I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my notes and books.
Revelio.
I'm sitting here. What are you doing?
Oh.
Greetings. I understand you're quite the enterprising young Ravenclaw. Professor Fig tells me you found a long-lost book for him. I'd like to talk to you about it.
How you guys been?
Oh, I'm sure you would, Mr. Ollivander. Ooh.
Oh, yeah, right.
My gear slots are all full. Well, let's go sell something here in a minute. Hogsmeade. Put down.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
Good of you to come. My friend, Professor Fig, speaks highly of you and your resourcefulness. He was vague as to details, but mentioned your having tracked down a difficult-to-find book. I wondered if you'd be willing to do a little detective work on my behalf.
I suppose I could, but why should I spend my time on a glorified errand?
It is much more than a glorified errand, to be sure. I dare say you'll find my proposal intriguing. Please, hear me out. You see, about a century ago, an heirloom applewood wand with a fairy wing core went missing from this very shop. My great-aunt suspected a student named Richard Jackdaw. He'd been serving as an assistant here and suddenly vanished.
Richard Jackdaw?
Like the bird. In fact, he was known to frequent the Hogwarts Owlry. We searched there, of course, but found no wand. We did find a series of statues similar to Jackdaw's. I'm certain they're a clue, but I cannot figure out where they lead. Jackdaw was last heard tittering about some pages with a map he'd stolen from Peeves. As you can imagine, the poltergeist was less than helpful.
Why would the thief have taken the wand?
I must admit I have no idea. From what I can gather, he fancied himself an adventurer of sorts. Always looking for trouble. In fact, after he went missing, rumor had it his ghost was seen in Hogsmeade. Never heard much about him after that, but it seems as if his adventurous spirit may have got the better of him. Perhaps he thought that the wand had some special power simply because of its esteemed lineage. Astonishing how misunderstood the art of wand-making is.
I'll have a look for you. You've certainly given me plenty to go on.
Ah, you've brought hope to this old wand-maker's heart. Professor Fig was right. You are a remarkable student.
I don't know how remarkable I am, but we'll go with it. What's this? Oh, I guess spin his thing.
Revelio.
Wait, I heard the telltale boo. Is it outside? Oh, it is. Ah. Oh, wow. Been making wands for a while. That is a big old lock. Thank you. Where does it want us to go? Let's Hogwarts? No, south of Hogwarts. I never did this quest, so this is gonna be new. I think we can get us closer using Hogwarts. There we go. Because we don't have the luxury of fast travels with brooms or hippogriffs or any flying mobilities yet. The game takes a really long time to introduce you to those things. Let's see what we can do.
Off on another adventure, are we?
None of your business. We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Hogwarts. Climby, 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 climb. Never know when you need a shroom. Some crystals. Oh, come on, light up. There we go.
The statues Mr. Ollivander mentioned must be upstairs amongst the owls.
Ah, we forgot to sell things. Someone should have reminded me. Like me. Is Cho Chang up here? We gonna have our first almost make out session with Cho Chang?
Don't mind me, Owls. I'm just here to help a friend. Now, where are those statues? Accio! I recognize those handles. Nothing. This'll do nicely.
Dude, one of these owls just try to poop on me.
Accio! No statues here. Empty perches. Could be the right size for jackdaws. Or statues of jackdaws. Revelio.
Hogwarts Owl Cave.
Accio. I'll take that, thank you.
That's a purse. Oh, are there some more up here? How many of these things are there? Jesus.
Accio. I'd best keep looking. Nothing. No statues here. Here's a welcome surprise.
Well, I guess we can go up.
Birds aren't afraid of heights. Perhaps I should look a bit higher. Accio! I'd best keep looking. Nothing. Levioso! Accio! No statues here. This'll do nicely. Accio! I'd best keep looking. I'll take that, thank you. What's happening?
I caught a tornado. I caught a tornado. We're in the land of Oz. Or fully headless Nick?
Could it be? Someone solved my puzzle after all these years. Well done indeed. Good news. If you've got something to hide, you found the perfect spot. Richard Jackdaw, at your service.
The Richard Jackdaw. So Mr. Ollivander was right. He wants his family wand back.
Goodness, I'd forgotten about that wand. I assure you I don't have it on me. I'm almost certain I dropped it the moment I was beheaded in that cave. Oh, it was sheer folly to follow that map.
What map?
Ridiculous, really. What? Found it on some yellowed old pages Peeves had pilfered. Thought I could impress a girl. But that's a story for another day.
So, you stole a wand and then followed a map on some pages that you took from Peeves and followed that map to your doom.
Odd to hear it all reduced to such absurdity, but yes. Why do you care about some old wand?
I don't really. Ollivander does. It's the pages I'm after. Might they be with the wand in the cave?
Indeed. Say, here's an idea. Why don't you meet me at the edge of the Forbidden Forest? I'd be happy to show you where to find them.
I didn't do this mission. How did I find... There you go. Did I stumble upon? I may have stumbled upon it.
I think I can guess how you died, but who did it to you?
I was having a look about when I suddenly sensed a refreshing breeze, after which I felt, well, lightheaded. That's all I remember. Hence, if you do visit the cave, be prepared. I can't tell you what for specifically, but you seem a perceptive sort. Beware a light breeze.
Why would you steal Mr. Ollivander's family wand?
The family were always going on about how special it was, so I took it. Who could resist? Sadly, it wasn't special enough to save my neck. I fully intended to return it once I learned it was only special for sentimental reasons, but as you can see, I never got the chance.
How is it possible to steal from Peeves, a poltergeist?
I didn't steal the pages from his ghostly form. I merely found them in his wake of destruction. He's got a penchant for wrecking things. Books, bottles, suits of armor, whatever's likely to cause the most chaos. I doubt he even noticed they were gone.
I'm sure he probably did.
If that's the only way for me to get those pages, I'll meet you there.
If you don't mind the sight of
Let's finish up this
my
conversation.
decapitated skeleton, the wand and the pages are yours for the taking.
Alright. Yep, we're going to take another short break, and I will be right back.
My name is Dominic Kinsler. I'm private first class. My job is 11 Bravo, which is an infantryman. And as an infantryman, my job is to pretty much fight the country's enemies on the battlefield. What inspired me to join the Army was, ever since I was young, I always wanted to be a soldier, serve my country in some capacity. I wanted something with some real purpose in it. That's kind of what drove me to go to a recruiter. My favorite part of my job and the most fulfilling part of my job is when I get to go out and actually conduct training and get to apply the skills that I was taught during my basic training, my AIT portion, and get to further grow and develop the skills that make up an infantryman. Just about anyone with the right attitude can be an infantryman. Personally, growing up, I was not the athlete, I was not the jock, I was not the quarterback. Prior to enlisting, I barely ran 2 miles. I think I joined with like an 18-minute 2-mile pace, like nothing great. By the end of basic training, I was running like a 7-minute flat for a mile. As far as what type of person can make it in the infantry, it all comes down to really your own personal character and your moral fortitude of, you know, is this what you really want? Is this what you really want to be a part of? I guess as far as like when training came down to it, there's never really a time where I ever felt like this is impossible. When you get out of basic training and you're still gonna get pushed doing all kinds of things that at the time you didn't think it's, you know, difficult, but when you look back on what you've already been through, it's nothing new, and you kind of just develop that like mental callus to it. If you just put in the effort, you'll get there. It's just every day I wake up and I'm doing the job that I always wanted to do. Every day I feel like, even when it's a boring day, I'm working towards my purpose, which was to serve my country. Even on the days when I'm not doing my job, when I'm not on the field training or anything like that, even if, you know, it's taking care of the duties that aren't as glamorous or enjoyable, it's still in the end leading towards the same common goal. I see myself doing a full 20 years in the military. As far as if it's, you know, just as infantry, I'm not really sure. I mean, I'd love to do it the rest of my career as an infantryman. I tell plenty of people that I know that, you know, this one job just isn't it. You know, this isn't the entire military. I'd say it's one of the most important jobs in the military, but every job in the military has its purpose, has its place. And as far as where I'm concerned with it, as long as I'm serving, I'm probably going to be happy. My name is Dominic Kinsler. I'm private first class. My job is 11 Bravo, which is an infantryman. And as an infantryman, my job is to pretty much fight the country's enemies on the battlefield. What inspired me to join the Army was, ever since I was young, I always wanted to be a soldier, serve my country in some capacity. I wanted something with some real purpose in it. That's kind of what drove me to go to a recruiter. My favorite part of my job and the most fulfilling part of my job is when I get to go out and actually conduct training and get to apply the skills that I was taught during my basic training, my AIT portion, and get to further grow and develop the skills that make up an infantryman. Just about anyone with the right attitude can be an infantryman. Personally, growing up, I was not the athlete, I was not the jock, I was not the quarterback. Prior to enlisting, I barely ran 2 miles. I think I joined with like an 18-minute 2-mile pace, like nothing great. By the end of basic training, I was running like a 7-minute flat for a mile. As far as what type of person can make it in the infantry, it all comes down to really your own personal character and your moral fortitude of, you know, is this what you really want? Is this what you really want to be a part of? I guess as far as like when training came down to it, there was never really a time where I ever felt like this is impossible. When you get out of basic training and you're still gonna get pushed doing all kinds of things that at the time you didn't think it's, you know, difficult, but when you look back on what you've already been through, it's nothing new, and you kind of just develop that like mental callus to it. If you just put in the effort, you'll get there. Just every day I wake up and I'm doing the job that I always wanted to do. Every day I feel like, even when it's a boring day, I'm working towards my purpose, which was to serve my country. Even on the days when I'm not doing my job, when I'm not on the field training or anything like that, even if, you know, it's taking care of the duties that aren't as glamorous or enjoyable, it's still in the end leading towards the same common goal. I see myself doing a full 20 years in the military. As far as if it's, you know, just as infantry, I'm not really sure. I mean, I'd love to do it the rest of my career as an infantryman. I tell plenty of people that I know that, you know, this one job just isn't it. You know, this isn't the entire military. I'd say it's one of the most important jobs in the military, but every job in the military has its purpose, has its place. And as far as where I'm concerned with it, as long as I'm serving, I'm probably going to be happy. My name is Dominic Kinsler. I'm private first class. My job is 11 Bravo, which is an infantryman. And as an infantryman, my job is to pretty much fight the country's enemies on the battlefield. What inspired me to join the Army was, ever since I was young, I always wanted to be a soldier, serve my country in some capacity. I wanted something with some real purpose in it. That's kind of what drove me to go to a recruiter. My favorite part of my job and the most fulfilling part of my job is when I get to go out and actually conduct training and get to apply the skills that I was taught during my basic training, my AIT portion, and get to further grow and develop the skills that make up an infantryman. Just about any.
All right, we out. Smash my finger. All right, we're back. We're gonna do one more mission, and then we are going to call it for the night. Let's see here. Oh, we don't even have that. That's odd. We need to learn the disarming charm. What do we need to do before we can learn that? This one I'm pretty sure. Looks like we gotta go find some combat. I think there's actually a location near here that we can work on that. Let's go down.
Accio!
Okay, go get you a soda.
Well, I know, but I've had water already, and I have this bottle full here. We said fried, but I can't do fried without. You know what I mean?
Protego!
Ooh, I know how we do this. We need some combat. Let's do... I don't want to do that though. I want to save that for once we know a lot more spells. Let's try. think I know a place where we can probably get some.
It's like a place right out of a storybook.
Well, that's what you said last time, too. Let's talk to this little dude over here.
I never thought Ramrock's law.
Pardon me, is everything all right?
Hardly. I've just lost my business and almost my life. You'd best look elsewhere for wares. I've nothing to sell now. I never thought it'd come to this. Be on your guard. Ramrock and his loyalists will spare no one.
They attacked you?
Oh, Ramrock has no patience for goblins who won't join him. While I too would like to see goblin kind treated by wizards as equals, bloodshed is not the answer. When I said as much, they turned on me, struck me till I nearly passed out. Took my carts, my belongings, even that which is most precious to me, my paintings.
Your paintings? What are you painting?
I'm sorry this happened to you. I shall certainly keep an eye out for your cards.
That is very kind of you, but I think they took them to their camp southwest of here, just past some ruins. Too dangerous to try and retrieve them. I did enchant the carts to return to me if I ever lost them, however. Slim though the chances may be, I'm holding out hope that some of what was taken is returned to me.
I'll get it all back.
It was nice meeting you. I wish it had been under better circumstances.
After what Ranrock did to that goblin banker at Gringotts, I shouldn't be surprised at what happened to Arn.
We got some,
Incendio!
Potato!
Incendio! Stupefy! Levio! Incendio! Potato! Incendio! Not my fault you're a deadly great spider.
My thoughts exactly. So let's buy a couple potions before we go fight these wolves.
Hello, sir. What do you sell here?
Hello, I'm Jalal Semi, and this is my potion shop. I can answer any questions you have about the town.
That's not what I asked. I asked what you sold.
What do you have for sale?
What can I help you with today?
You just told a major chef you're his future rival. Oh my god. Talking some hella smack.
Ah, yes, a wonderful choice.
Oh, you know what? We need to upgrade what we're wearing, boys and
Hope
girls.
to see you again sometime.
Potato!
Takes us up 19, 12, 16. Let's go up the ones that take us up 19. Got some glasses. We got the mask, takes us up 22. Takes us up 13. And these glasses takes us up. We'll go with the mask. Don't worry, I know it kind of looks goofy. I'm gonna fix that afterwards. Takes us up 19, takes us up 12. Takes us up 24. Up 15. And we haven't found any scarves yet. And then this isn't gonna do anything, but it looks cool. let's go with.
You should listen to the Italian. He's not going to be able to handle it. He is not equipped to do it.
Let's go with that one. I like that one. All right. Now let's. Those look cool. Alright.
Revelio.
What was that noise? The spider. Ain't worried about spiders right now.
Accio. An encampment. This must be it. Looks as if there's more than one way to enter. Incendio! Accio!
Not your best moment, I fear. But an unfortunate end, always on the defensive.
Accio! Incendio! How many of you are there? Accio! Incendio! Levioso! Lumos!
I'm a
Protego!
Make sure we stay out of that guy's way.
Accio! Incendio!
You don't think you can defeat me, do you?
Crossed my mind.
Levioso!
Put me!
Lumos! Incendio! Stupid!
Oh.
Yes! Accio! Levioso! Incendio!
You won't get away with that.
Pretty sure.
Levioso!
When are you going to give up? Are you quite finished?
Incendio! Lumos! Levioso! Accio! Accio! Levioso! Incendio! That was quite something. Now, to free Arn's carts.
Oh,
She got it. She nailed it.
Accio! Quite an enchantment. The carts are returning to Arn. I know a Merlin trial when I see one.
Aw, I can't ride them back. Lame.
Revelio.
Alright, let's return on and then go get this spell. Not gonna lie, the first time I went to do that mission right there, it took me a really embarrassing long time to do.
Wonder who lives here. Arn, I have good news. Your carts are on their way back.
I don't know what to say. Any hope I have of getting my belongings back was quickly fading. Ramrock's lot called me a fool for believing in the good in wizard kind. Thank you for proving them wrong.
The ones I faced were determined to make things difficult.
Oh, I'm glad you're all right. Oh, I can't wait to have my things back, especially my paints. You know, you've inspired me. I've been dealing with witches and wizards for years, and we've always got along just fine. Perhaps my next piece will be a tribute to all that is good between us.
What a nice idea, Arn. I wish you luck with it.
Oh, I can't wait to get started. Thank you again for all you've done.
I'm down with the damn robot.
Revelio.
Watch my car.
Let's look at it as a quest. Should give me a better idea of where.
Oh, he can't protect you. You better cook some good as well.
There we go. Defense against the dark arts. With the old-looking young lady who says she's not as old as she looks.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
Well, as much as you talk about it, I'm sure I could. She looks so happy.
I hope you're able to take care of everything.
Professor, I completed all of your most recent assignments.
Well done. Then you're ready to learn Expelliarmus. Pay close attention. The disarming charm may often be all you need to defeat the most powerful dark witches and wizards you might encounter. Spellcasting requires a focused mind and a steady wand.
Wow. Expelliarmus.
Good work. The dummy is here if you wish to stay in practice.
Yes, I do. Let's attach Expelliarmus. Oh.
Expelliarmus!
Yes.
You seem to have the right end of the stick.
Incendio.
But keep practicing.
Accio.
Expelliarmus. Levioso. Your life one day.
Expelliarmus! Incendio! Levioso! Accio! Expelliarmus! Incendio!
Okay. Well, let's see here. I think we got enough to level up too. Can we level up yet? We have not unlocked talents yet. I guess we're not leveling up yet. Let's go. And now we gotta go meet Jackdaw at the for our last portion of today's adventure. We have to go into the Forbidden Forest.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Incendio!
Roasted chicken. What was that?
Revelio!
Anybody else here? Blue?
Incendio! Expelliarmus! Protego! Accio! Levioso!
Who's this for?
It isn't Laura Treadwell's guardian angel.
I won't go down as easy.
Wow.
Time to get my claws out. Stupefy! Expelliarmus! Accio! Incendio!
Nothing.
Nope.
Protego!
You'll have to fight him.
Stupefy! Stupefy! Stupefy!
Oh, got me.
Levioso!
Jacob! I think
Levioso! Incendio! Expelliarmus!
We could use some help, boys.
My bite is worse than my bark.
Accio! Levioso! Incendio! Expelliarmus! Incendio! Accio! Expelliarmus! Revelio!
Oh, it was right there. Haha.
Here I am, As good as my word.
We meet again, Richard Jackdaw.
I suppose I shouldn't be surprised to see you. Only a Ravenclaw would travel this far in pursuit of knowledge.
Well said. Now where do we go from here?
Follow me. I shall lead you as far as I can, but I fear I may remain a tad reluctant to revisit the scene of my demise. Keep your eyes open for a bird bath. When you find it, say intramuros. I think it's Latin. Or Greek. As you can imagine, I never paid much attention in school. Shall we?
We shall.
Aside from the bird bath, anything else I should look for?
Indeed. A few landmarks, a stone bridge, a waterfall, and, if I recall, a lake. You'll see.
You've been very helpful. Thank you.
Surprising how much of this is, rather unfortunately, coming back to me. Yes. You know, the closer we get, the more I'm remembering. Probably
Levioso!
lead you to it.
Expelliarmus!
Stick to the path and keep a sharp eye out for that.
Incendio! Protego!
Oh, we died. And I had 2 health potions I wasn't remembering. Let's try that again. I got killed by spiders, and I got arachnophobia. Right, let's try this again.
Handy resource indeed, your field
Jesus Christ. I don't remember them being this hard last time. Let's try this again one more time. Oh, these spiders are going down. Where I am. One of the two is going down.
Incendio! Potato! Stupid! Stupid!
He was too close. What the heck? I promise you I'm not usually this bad at this game. Promise.
off on another adventure, are we?
What if I went this way? Maybe I don't need to hit this one.
Nothing to do now but keep going. The waterfall. For a thief, Jackdaw's surprisingly as good as his word.
Was Jackdaw thief, or was he just simply misunderstood? I mean, yes, he stole something. That doesn't mean he's a thief, though.
Something oddly solemn about this place. Such regal creatures, stags.
Oh, wait. Ooh. Alright, this is a spot. This is a spot where Harry cast his first stag Patronus.
There it is. Just as Jackdaw described. Intramuros.
That's not ominous at all.
Aren't you a little far from home?
Renrock knew you'd eventually lead us to whatever it is you're hiding.
Why can't I hit you? Let me also. Put me down! At what?
Incendio! Levioso! Expelliarmus! Accio! No risk those loyalists will report back to Ranrock now. Let's see where Jackdaw led me. Revelio!
Spiders kicked my butt though. Ooh, let's go.
I wonder how big this place is.
Big bridge.
Impressive. That must be where all this leads. Someone didn't want casual visitors down here. I wonder if any of my spells will help me through this. Incendio! Levioso! Expelliarmus! Protego! Stupefy! Incendio! Stupefy! Expelliarmus! Levioso! Incendio!
I hate spiders. Fight a bunch of them to get what I need.
I'm not gonna touch those. Ugh. Protego! Stupefy! Stupefy! Levioso! Expelliarmus! Incendio! Stupefy! Expelliarmus! Protego! Stupefy!
Gear slots are full. Okay, well, I guess if that's the case, I guess we can get rid of some of it because I don't think we're going to sell it again. Must have got it anyway. Okay.
Incendio. Expelliarmus. Another puzzle. But if Jack could solve this, so can I. Potato. Stupid. 8 legs is simply too many.
Facts. 1, 2. 1, 2.
Perhaps the next symbol is hidden somewhere.
Ah, there it is.
Remarkable. I do not like spiders. That's odd. I'd have thought Jackdaw would have been interested in this loot, but there's no sign of him. It's a good thing Jackdaw didn't fall down there. Not a headless skeleton in sight. But I may as well help myself to this.
Alright, this way we're gonna have more spiders due to the lefts. And do like a big sack right here.
Incendio. Incendio. Expect. Potato. Stupefy. Incendio.
I literally think that spot. Oh, look, we got a flying Spidey on. That's definitely a
Incendio. An untouched chest. Jackdaw wasn't very thorough in his search of this cave. Incendio! Accio! Potato! Stupefy! 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 Levioso! Incendio! Potato! Stupefy! Expelliarmus! Stupefy! Incendio! Levioso! Incendio!
Feeling that there's gonna be more spiders. I hate spiders. Alright, that's the way back up.
That's odd. I'd have thought Jackdaw would have been interested in this loot, but there's no sign of him. I'm glad Richard Jackdaw left a little something behind for me, but where could he be? An untouched chest. Jackdaw wasn't very thorough in his search of this cave.
Oh, right here. Haha. Bypass.
Levioso! Accio!
My inventory slots are full. Let's see if there's something we can get rid of. Yeah, we can get rid of that.
Levioso! Accio!
Oh, we've already been here.
That's...
Hmm.
Thought Jackdaw would have been interested in this loot, but there's no sign of him. Accio!
For once, I'm actually stuck. Maybe this is
There it is. The bridge, it's almost complete. More spiders. These can't be what beheaded Richard Jackdaw. Incendio. Incendio. Levioso. Expelliarmus. Protego. Incendio. There's a victory that came none too soon.
Oh, god damn it.
Incendio. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Protego. Stupid one. Levioso. Incendio. Farewell, monster. I can only imagine how these spiders have multiplied since Jackdaw came this way.
Another flying spider limb. I think I figured out what decapitated Jackdaw.
Not a headless skeleton in sight. But I may as well help myself to this. I must be getting closer to Jackdaw's remains and those pages. We meet again, Richard Jackdaw. Oh, shame. Those splinters must be what's left of Ollivander's wand. At least I can take the pages. Here it is. The map that brought your doom, Jackdaw. Is there something beyond this room? Prodigo! Stupefy! Levioso! Expelliarmus! Levio... Incendio! Prodigo! Stupefy! Levioso! Expelliarmus! Levioso! Incendio! Accio! Expelliarmus! Levioso! Accio! Expelliarmus! Levioso! Incendio! Levioso! Expelliarmus! Levioso! Expelliarmus! Levioso! Incendio! Accio! Expelliarmus! Levioso! Incendio! Accio! Expelliarmus!
There we go. Yeah.
What? That's unnerving. What's happening?
Oh yeah. I'm a beast. I'm a beast.
I've seen this before. In Gringotts and the restricted section.
Boom. And where do we end up?
Oh no, the room's starting to flood. How am I being protected? What sort of magic is this? I can only hope this magic protects me until I'm able to make my way out of here. What is this place?
All right. Where has we ended up? Oh, the portrait room. Ancient old fools.
Can it be?
It's you.
Has someone finally found our map chamber?
I recognize you from the Pensives. You're Professor Rackham.
I am indeed. I must confess that I am surprised to see someone so young standing before me.
I'm the same age that you and Isadora Morganark were when you started at Hogwarts.
You've paid attention, and might I presume you share our ability?
To see traces of ancient magic? Yes, sir, I do.
As you have likely realized by now, our ability gives us a unique relationship with all forms of magic. We can access expressions of magic that few others can. Opportunities will arise that allow you to sharpen this rare talent. Do not squander them.
I won't, Professor. Thank you.
We have much to discuss. But first, a map found in a certain book led you here. Place the book on the pedestal.
I don't have the book with me, sir.
That is unfortunate. I'm afraid we must pause our conversation until you return with the book.
The statues and carvings in the house on the cliffside, those are of you. Are you a seer?
I am.
Did you know that I would be here?
I cannot say more at present, except to say that your presence here does not entirely surprise me.
I'm a bit confused, sir. Why is this room called the map chamber?
I assure you that all will be clear once the book has been placed on the pedestal.
Alright, fine.
Very well. I'll retrieve the book right away.
Good. We shall speak again once the book is in place.
Alright, let's level up, and then we're gonna call it a day. I'm gonna start out with core because there's some things that work. One more of those. Level up those two. I'm not too worried about stealth right now. Try that. That's cool.
I found the pages and the map chamber. Why would I need the book?
What are you up to now?
Revelio.
Oh, wait. I need to... Freaky eyeball chests.
I'm back at Hogwarts. I wonder when Professor Fig will be back. I did promise him I wouldn't neglect my studies while he was away. Suppose I have enough to distract myself with till he returns with the book.
That life is behind me, I promise.
Revelio.
Dragon statue.
You need to learn the banishing charm, useful for pushing objects or adversaries away. Complete the required tasks and meet me in my classroom.
What we got here? Looks like a dragon bong.
Revelio.
Urn of Ashes.
Revelio.
Room. Look, it's Merlin.
Revelio. Accio.
Oh wait, I remember this one.
Accio.
Wait, this ain't the one I thought it was. Requires a lot. Okay, well, anyway, this is where we are going to call it a day. We'll pick up next week. Same time, same channel. Alright, see you guys then.